Hi Gemini, welcome to your February 2025 general love reading. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Gemini. This is a general reading, so please keep that in mind. Only take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't for someone who really needs to hear this message. Hi cross watchers, you're very welcome here if you're interested in a Gemini. Who wouldn't be? I like to remind Gemini and cross watchers that energy is fluid, and this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you may feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. Now, before I get into the reading, I do have a big announcement quickly. I am changing from Vimeo for my extended readings to Patreon. So you will still be able to access the extended readings by doing that one-time purchase. But I've also have included an exclusive membership on Patreon for my biggest Mermaid Scales Tarot fans who can have access to every single extended reading I ever post for a limited amount of time, as long as I post on Patreon for $11.11 a month. But this also includes some live chats for me to get to know me better, to have my more intimate space with some of my biggest fans. Also live streams that will only be available for my Patreon members, and I want to make some of these a little bit more of the older readings that some of my OG members remember about, early Mermaid Scales Tarot before all the community guidelines, a little sexier, a little bit more romantic, and I will only be doing those live streams on Patreon. So if you guys want to join my Patreon's channel, you can go ahead and check out the description box of this video, where I will leave the link to the extended reading for that one-time purchase if that is like what you want, totally fine. But if you are looking to get deeper into the Mermaid Scales Tarot community and to have unlimited access to my extended readings with a lot of bonuses added to it, I will also be leaving the link to my Patreon channel for those of you interested. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get your reading started. I'm first going to use my sound bowl here to clear, set the energy, and do a mini meditation with you guys. But if you just want to jump right on into the card pull to see what the cards have to say, check out the pinned comment below with all the timestamps. For those of you who are with me now, thank you so much for joining me. It really does help me connect to your energy by doing this. So I'm going to ask everyone to take a deep breath in. I'm going to ring this sound bowl 3 times, and during that time, I want you to open up your energy, to ask the questions you have in regards to your love life, of what's to come unfold. If there is a certain someone, start thinking about them now, and we'll see what Spirit has to say. So let's go ahead and take that deep breath in. And tune into the energy of Gemini. Ooh, Gemini. Okay. Where do I start? Okay, so this could be a metaphor, obviously, or this could be something that you guys have literally done before, but I saw like someone be like, hey, can I talk to you for a second? And then like close the door, and then like a full-on makeout sesh, which could have turned into something more. I don't know. I just saw them making out. And I wonder, okay, so some of you, I'm tuning into what's happened in the past for you, but maybe even like it's a metaphor for you guys have like this really undercover, strong sexual desire for someone. And maybe you guys have to keep it kind of discreet. Maybe you guys have not kind of showed other people yet. Whether this is something you're actively kind of doing by, dating on the down low, hooking up on the down low, or even like been wanting to do that, or both of you have been curious about that with each other. It was interesting. It was kind of behind closed doors, right? It's kind of what Spirit pointed out to me. I'm feeling very strong Leo, Aries energy. So some of you could have those signs strongly in your chart. You could be dealing with one of those signs. And then I saw someone like take a selfie, but they were like biting their lip. And I wonder if someone bites their lip often when they're a little bit nervous or when they're really turned on. I'm very curious about all this. I don't want to get too far ahead, but maybe some of these messages is just confirming the energies I'm already tapped into. But let's see what this all means for some of you guys and see if the cards have anything else to say. If those weren't exactly your messages, but maybe I'm on the right track for some of you. So let's go ahead and see. Tell me about this energy for Gemini in February 2025. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, anyone dealing with a Gemini, what is the energy surrounding them that's going to unfold in February that Gemini needs to be aware of and prepared for? This one was a stubborn one, so let's see. We have healing heart, and it says healing heartbreak, toxicity or addiction, abusive relationship. You know, I think someone's coming out of that, or has been out of that, or has dealt with that. And I think that's why maybe someone wants to take things slow or be more discreet within the connection that I was kind of seeing within the meditation, that someone is still like in the process of healing a really broken heart. The letter H is sticking out to me, as in Hanson, as in Haley, first, middle, last initial can mean something to someone, does not have to be the case. But I think this is why maybe it's hot or cold, or someone wants to keep this behind closed doors, or someone's not really fully ready yet to open up, is because their heart is in the process of healing. Whether this is something you resonate with, Gemini, or you need to know about this other energy around you, because I definitely feel you have like the hots, the vibes for someone. I think you're kind of wondering if they feel the same because they haven't been as expressive, or even if it's like only been really passionate sexual, it hasn't been emotionally deep or emotionally available. But I think if you need to know, or maybe this is something you've already known or will find out, someone went through a really abusive and toxic relationship. And I think that that has hurt them so much that it still kind of carries some sort of blockage within their heart chakra. But I am kind of sensing with these little heart candies, I'm seeing those like heart candies with the messages on them that we have in America, and I think there could be elsewhere as well. But I wonder if there's like a little cute Valentine you're gonna get, or like a little cute candy or some little card or gift that they may give to you or send a text message of, but it doesn't feel grand. It doesn't feel like they're proposing their love to you, but it's showing somewhat that they're interested, and it's like baby steps is kind of what I'm feeling here. So let's go ahead and pull some more cards to get deeper into this. I'm seeing someone with a really strong jaw, a really sexy jaw, really good facial structure. I wonder if you've ever heard that before, Gemini, or this person has it. But tell me more about this energy. Or clenches their jaw when they're trying to hold back, when they're really turned on or even nervous. The hourglass, time is of the essence. Okay, yeah. So this has definitely been taking some time to open up. This has definitely been taking some time for someone to feel comfortable. And I think, though, what the other person needs to realize, the one that may be a big proponent in going slow, February is like definitely like the person's willing to kind of wait, willing to kind of work with you. But if you're not even going to show any sort of, interest, I think you'll be running out of time. And that's not to put pressure on, but that's just to be realistic. Like, I think the baby steps are working, where the baby steps are showing the initiative. But if you baby step and then stop and then go back and then baby step and then stop, like, that's what frustrates someone in this sense. Someone always wears a specific watch too. Wonder if the watch was given to them, or it's like an Apple Watch, a Fitbit, I don't know. I'm seeing that there for someone, or even someone could have like Roman numerals tattoos, or a clock with Roman numerals in their house. What does this energy want to say to Gemini, or what does Gemini need to hear to understand this energy better? Someone could have an hourglass figure, hourglass shape. That is really, really sexy. If that's not your message, don't worry about it. But for someone, definitely it is. They love to grab on your hips and pull you in, or you love to grab on their hips and pull them in. Okay, how can I repay you? Question mark. And then I can't forgive or let go. Yeah, this is part of the hurt here, the heartbreak here that someone, yeah, still very, I don't know if this was their last connection, last relationship, or it was just so hurtful. It's left definitely its mark in some way. And they're having a hard time with kind of putting that aside and pursuing new love. But I gotta say, Gemini, with what you've given them so far, or what they've been able to see so far, like it has been showing them that love could have potential again, that they can definitely be able to open to this new path towards you. You make them laugh. I think they need to laugh more. And like the things you say, your humor is really funny, or you're just kind of like a free spirit, kind of goofy, and it's kind of healing for them the way you make them laugh. Or maybe they love to hear you laugh, they love to see your smile. But I think they're trying in their way to kind of see how they can, you know, repay you for this, or how they can move forward with this. I think they don't want to make a mistake if they still have like a lot of hurt. You know, I'm seeing macaroons, those little cookies that someone may love to have or eat, or someone could live by a bakery, just to confirm who I'm talking about here. Wow, a lot of confirmations, but they definitely want to see how they can repay this and how they can present this in a way that is truthful and meaning for them, but also will be fair to you. Anyway, let's see what the tarot has to say. Tell me more about this energy for Gemini. King of Swords, Aquarius energy. Yeah. I think you're dealing with the King of Swords energy, which they are a little bit more upfront, strategic, planning. They try to be as real as possible, but also in a sense guard, you know, themselves from unnecessary feelings of what they think would hurt them, or what they think would deter from seeing things realistically. That comes from a broken heart. I definitely sense that. So they may still be a little bit more guarded, a little bit more cold, but I think with this being in the upright, there's also a lot that they're coming to like analyze and starting to understand about themselves and about this connection with you. Yeah, Eight of Cups is crossing this, Pisces energy. Let's get all the cards out first, and then we'll do a deep dive. King of Pentacles, crowning this. Taurus energy. Knight of Swords, rooting this. Gemini energy. The Knight of Swords has been the card of the series today. A little frustration I'm feeling from that Knight of Swords. But I think that's on the person who, you know, really wants this and wants to show the person that I'm not going to hurt you. But it's like, it's hard to convince someone of that almost. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Okay. So bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Swords. Yep. Gemini energy. Some of you could possibly be dealing with another Gemini, or someone with strong Gemini in their chart. Does not have to be the case. Whew, yeah. So when you met them, Gemini, I don't think you were fully aware of this, but you're starting to kind of understand they were in a bad place mentally. Whether the, you know, breakup was just fresh, or, you know, things were very hard for them, where they felt, you know, it could be even the sense that they were in a toxic relationship where the toxic person left them. And even though breaking off that connection was what was best, like someone couldn't handle that and it hurt them, and they don't know what they did or what they did wrong. And really it was like a blessing in disguise that they couldn't see for a while. But the Eight of Swords, I feel, yeah, definite suspicion, definite trust issues, definitely thinking that, you know, not being open and not being open to love is the most protective way for them. They've been hurt. And I think that that's why Spirit brought you two together, is for someone to start healing their heart again. But they've been, you know, alone for some time, or definitely still a little bit damaged from a really toxic breakup that happened. And so I think right now they think their hands are tied in some sort of sense. But I think the other side of this, whoever is kind of more open and pursuing and wanting this, is like, no, you can act more on this. I'd be ready for this. You can open up to me. You can talk to me. I'd hear you, I'd love you, I'd understand you, but it's a very scary territory for them, especially someone that's been through emotional abuse. So let's get into this. At the dead center, we have the King of Swords, Aquarius energy. So I definitely feel like with this, someone is, again, they like to put on the front of being logical. They're very intelligent, very smart. And I think, you know, despite how good looking they could be, their intelligence is what turns someone on the most. They have deep conversations, valid points, know a lot about, I don't know, like politics, history, spirituality. They're really versed in a certain subject that really impresses the other person. And I think you guys link up in the ways of the mind as well and impress each other through what you're able to discuss. But I think this is how they've been like wanting to put this forward on the surface, and whether that's on the surface for other people to see that may be wondering if there's something up between the two of you, or definitely with you, Gemini. Like, you know, they'll definitely make it apparent that they're turned on by you, that they have sexual desires or feelings for you. But for now, or what has been since you guys started this connection, is kind of kept that. It's like almost like strictly business type of energy here. But I think, you know, with this being in the upright again, like, I want to reiterate that I don't think this person's like heartless, cold, like the King of Swords in reverse would be. I think they are kind of starting to reflect and understand the higher purpose of this connection here. Maybe the reason why they're starting to kind of develop something here that they try to rationalize, that they try to keep, you know, as emotionally distant as possible. But we have the Two of Cups, which we'll get into later. I do kind of want to clarify this King of Swords, though, to get a little bit deeper into this. Someone has like a white sofa or a white armchair that they have in their home or in their office. Tell me more about the King of Swords here for Gemini. Okay, the Hanged Man, yeah. Five of Cups in reverse, and the Ace of Swords, wow. Bottom of the deck, the Ten of Pentacles. All right, so yeah, they're coming, like their subconscious is starting to see that maybe, Gemini, with all the compatibility you do have and how you make them feel, that this was not something that could be a repetition from the past. This is something that could grow into long-term stability, success. This could be something that definitely gets into moving in together, getting married to one another. Like, there's definite potential there. And I think the thought has crossed their mind, no matter how brief it's been, or even if it's marriage or just, you know, exclusively dating, or even moving in one day. Like, they see and daydream and think about, you know, the potential that this could get to. And I think it's really coming forward in February the most for them. There's someone that definitely loves to drink wine. Wine's their go-to. But anyway, with the Five of Cups in reverse, the Ace of Swords, and the Hanged Man. Wow, yeah, heart healing here with the Five of Cups in reverse, right? Scorpio energy, air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, with the Hanged Man, Pisces energy. So yeah, I think they are kind of identifying that maybe some of their heart wounds has portrayed a blockage within this connection, and has definitely made them a little bit more standoffish here. But I think with this Ace of Swords and this Five of Cups in reverse is that you do make them feel better when they're around you. You do make them feel happier. You do make them kind of forget the hurt and the pain they went through by being with you. And they feel that, and they're starting to get that and notice that a lot more, which is helping them come out of their Hanged Man stage of being stuck, of not feeling like it's the right time, or not sure if they would just hang themselves up again for another failure should they pursue this. I think it's helping them see you in love and themselves in love in a whole different way. And especially if you were in like an abusive or toxic relationship for a while, it's hard to kind of reprogram your mind of what's normal in love. And I think Gemini, in a lot of ways of what they've experienced with you, or what they've come to understand or learn about you, it's what more of a normal interaction, normal love is kind of for them. I'm seeing someone that could be a therapist or a psychologist or someone that has those interests, you know, psychology interest, or even like the therapist friend that everyone goes to. What's crossing this is the Eight of Cups. Pisces energy. I'm definitely feeling like Pisces moon energy here for someone. But anyway, if this is the challenge, then I feel like Gemini, you know, you are kind of trying to hang on to this as best as you can, but maybe from the lack of progress, or, you know, where you see them for a minute where it feels right and it feels passionate to them, going back to that block again, it could be kind of making you wonder if there is more out there, or kind of making you start to emotionally detach from this person or this situation. And that is something maybe that they're not aware of yet, but if this continues, it could go into a full circle of finally making that choice to kind of move on, feeling like they really left you with nothing else to do. But with the Eight of Cups, if this is their energy, yeah, I think emotions really do scare them. I think emotions make them feel like they're going in dangerous territory. So although, you know, this is still in the process of heart healing, it's still, again, something that they're working through to be comfortable with. What's crowning this is the King of Pentacles. Taurus energy. So there is someone who I feel is very successful in their career, or has made a lot of wealth for themselves. This could be entrepreneurs. This could be, you know, business people, you know, business owners. And that could have really caught someone's eye and really impressed them too, especially if they have their own successful business. But besides that, I think with the King of Pentacles energy, I think this is how they're seeing you, Gemini, in this sense. And what I mean by that is that you are a safe place for them, a comfort for them. You are a grounding stone for them, a rock for them. And I think that, you know, in some ways, even if they have felt like they need to keep this under wraps or keep this in baby steps, there's a lot of ways you comfort them and provide for them. And I think that makes them feel a little bit more safe with you than they have with anyone else in a long time. Now, again, this could also mean that this is someone you work with. Maybe it is an employee, a coworker, a boss, a manager. And they feel like they have to keep that role up, which is why this could be crowning this situation here. But someone definitely has good taste. Good taste in music, good taste in fashion, good taste in food. You know, maybe very like classy, even a little bougie, I guess, type of taste that someone definitely thinks is a turn on or is an attraction here. They like nice things. What's reading this is the Knight of Swords. This is where I kind of sense that frustration, right? Which is, I could totally understand. Gemini energy. You know, again, like it feels as if there's an opening and a closing, and there's an opening and a closing. And it's almost as if someone's just trying to like go battering against a wall that's harder and harder to break down. And so I feel with this Knight of Swords, like, there has been times, Gemini, I feel like you've been tried to be direct with this person, or tried to ask and like investigate, get a better understanding of, and it kind of gets, you know, diverted or avoided. They don't like to be put in the spotlight, I get a sense of. And I think that there's a lot that you still want to talk about. And if they won't give you that opportunity to talk about it, although I think February, that may change with the King of Swords and the upright, and the Ace of Swords that we see with that as well. It's like, you know, February, or I'm starting to detach. I'm starting to see that maybe this is something I've been focusing too much on, going tunnel vision too much in. And maybe I just, you know, no matter how much I try to pursue this and have a conversation about this, it's just something they're not ready for. And can I, you know, push them along that way to get ready? Is that idealistic or realistic? In the recent past, we have the Two of Cups. So, I mean, Cancer energy, but also There's some experience you guys have recently had that made this person start to see that this could be the real deal, or this could be someone I vibe with, I sync with, that I can be, you know, myself with, that I don't have to hide from. I wonder if this was the last date you guys went on, the last time you spent the night with each other. There was some sort of event that happened recently that they felt more bonded to you with that, which could lead to why they're in the King of Swords upright in February. But I think, you know, also with the King of Pentacles crowning this with the King of Swords, I think this little moment of vulnerability or emotional openness, although both of you remember that and both of you definitely think that that was a positive interaction, they may have gone back to being a little bit like the old selves again. But I think that part of what you experienced that opened their heart in this way, the last time you saw each other, the last time you hung out, or whatever this experience of the Two of Cups was that you had in the recent past, has made them maybe start to think about, to start healing their heart. And I think that's a big step for them, Gemini. All right, Gemini, to see the likely outcome of this situation, what is likely to happen and unfold by the end of February, we're going to go ahead and take this to Patreon for the extended reading. I'm going to overturn this card here to show you the likely outcome, pull some more tarot, oracle cards to dive deeper into this. If you guys really felt this was your reading, I promise there'll be more answers and clarity for you in the extended reading. If you'd like to join me for the extended reading, open up the description box of this video. You will find the link to Patreon, which will take you to the one-time purchase of the extended reading, where also I will be providing my channel membership. If you love my extended readings, want to know more and dive deeper into your moon, rising, Venus signs to get more information that way, you could definitely see how you can access the channel subscription with all those other bonuses I mentioned before if you're interested. But if this is where you depart, Gemini, I really hope that this resonated with you. I hope it's provided a lot of confirmation for you, clarity, healing, insight, and guidance for you guys in regards to your love life in February 2025. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Gemini, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Gemini.